Welcome to 99 To Beat After the Games with Rob and Ron, where they break down each episode, giving you insights into the games, the contestants, and behind the scenes. Yes, welcome to 99 To Beat After the Games. We are here reacting to episode 4, which just aired. And I'm excited. This is going to be a great show. We have a lot of guests, all contestants on the show. And to help get this thing rolling, one of your hosts, this guy was also a contestant. He was a professional idiot, some would say, a longtime professional mascot with the Houston Rockets. He actually has 2 mascots that he's associated with, inducted into the Mascot Hall of Fame. He's an author. You can get his book at robertboudwin.com. But most importantly, he's my friend, and he is your host, along with one other, to the show, Robert Boudwin.
Hey, brother. Thank you so much, King Creative, Bruce Productions, and Chris Bruce for producing this. And, hey, that was a great segue to start. I was, in fact, UD, the University of Delaware Fighting Blue Hen, the original creator and performer of UD. And then I went on for a 21-year career at the Houston Rockets as Houston Rockets creator and sole performer of Clutch the Bear, and even mixed in a WNBA character there for 12 years, Haley, the Houston Comets mascot. So thanks for bringing that up, Chris. Appreciate it. And yes, that book's on sale at robertboudwin.com, mascotauthor.com, whole bunch of stuff. And yes, I'm still on the show, as we saw tonight. Still in it to try to win it. Don't know if I made it all the way.
Man, this is awesome. Robert, it's been a lot of fun, and you had some interesting moments tonight. We'll get to those, I'm sure. And along with you, we have your co-host and one of Detroit's finest. Who knows if he'll even get called out during this podcast right now, Ronald M.F. Mitchell. How are you, sir? Good to have you.
Hey, how you doing? How you guys doing tonight?
Oh, man, we're doing great. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great. I enjoyed the show. It was a lot of drama, a lot of fun. But, hey, we all still made it through, and we trying to compete for the $1 million.
Yeah, I mean, Ronald, they show you a lot, I've seen on every show. Tonight, I finally felt like, oh, I am on this show. Showed me quite a bit tonight. In the past, I was like, oh, kids, I swear I was on this show. You see that quick rainbow shirt that went flash in the background?
Yeah, but, man, you're more than a blur in this episode for sure, Robert. You both had some good time. You had some good moments, some close calls, and it was a lot of fun. So we're getting excited. We're into this episode. We're reacting to episode 4. Who do we have joining us on the show? What other contestants have you cooked up for this week?
Real quick, I just want to point out, like you already said, Ronald is at the fire station right now.
Yes.
He is a proud Detroit fighter. He's on call right now. So if he gets called away, he might literally have to go out. And I, as a lifelong agnostic aspiring to believe, want to say a prayer real quick. Dear Lord, please let Ronald get called away on a fire call where nobody gets hurt and no serious damage happens, just so it makes good TV for this podcast. Amen. Okay. We got the Snyder family on, baby. They had people on the show, and we've got half of them, 6 of them.
Wow.
I can't wait for this episode. Ronald, what do you think? We love the Snyder family.
Oh, yeah, the Snyder family was great. I mean, they always there for each other, there for the cast. I mean, they were a great family, great people to work with.
And it was great casting on Fox's part to the drama that it created, not only for the viewer now, but then for us, the fellow contestants. We were like, oh, shoot, man, that mother or that sister or that brother or that son just got knocked off. And watching it, was hard, and it added to the drama.
No, it sure did. They've done a great job with really kind of leaning into those little subplots and those stories. And you find yourself really starting to root for and care about these people that you've obviously were living it. So you guys were at a whole nother level, but me as an audience member and seeing it for the first time and learning and getting to know these characters, it's been a lot of fun. And that's been a value outside of the games, which have been great as well. So much, going with this show. I think it's really a fun one. It's fun for the whole family too, which I think is really great. Yeah. But who do we have first? We're going to go through and start bringing them in one by one.
Can we bring all 6 of them in one by one at first, and then maybe how things go? Put 1 or 2 in the waiting room. So
let's bring them all in one at a time, so we can kind of all give them a moment. Then we'll have all of them on the screen there in the end, and then we can go from there. So who do you want first?
Matriarch first, Sarah.
All right, Sarah.
Nice. I like the choice. Good choice. Good to see
That's a
you.
smart choice.
Yeah,
That
how
was
you
a good
doing?
decision there, Robert.
Yeah.
So, yes, sir. Welcome to the show. Say hi real quick.
Hi. So good to see you guys. Miss you
Yes.
all.
Good
It's
to
so
see
good
you.
to see you in person. I get, well, not in person, but you know what I mean. Video chat. We've been exchanging messages on Facebook and whatever.
Yeah.
It's great to see you. You look healthy. You look well. You look rested. I'm so glad to have you on the show. I know Ronald and I are just appreciative that you reached out to us asking to be on, and then your family kind of said, heck yeah. Thank
Oh,
you.
Yeah, we love you guys. You guys are great.
Oh,
I
yeah.
loved seeing Ronald at the cast party we did in New York. That was great.
Oh, yeah,
you
that was a
go.
lot of fun. Yeah, we went to the cast party, hung out for a while. It was a great night.
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
watch
so
parties,
Ronald, you
man.
don't know this, but I had back surgery prior, and so I was like just barely making it to go. I took it really easy. We went to hug at the end of the night. I still had staples in my back.
Ooh.
Oh,
Dude, you restapled it.
Oh, man.
Bam!
You
He hugs
put her back in.
hard.
That's
I
nice.
can tell you that.
Bro,
Hey,
you're doing some EMS shit when you don't even try. You're saving lives.
He can't help himself. He just
That's
can't
a firefighter right there.
Can't help
That's
himself.
somebody, he doesn't even try to help people, and he heals them.
Yeah, I mean, and at least now we have somebody who's had surgery since the show on the show, because obviously haven't had anybody else here that has had surgery.
Sarah, I'm glad to have a fellow back surgery, spine surgery, whatever you want to call it, guest. And by the way, thank you for all who've reached out. I had spinal surgery about 3 weeks ago, 4-disc fusion.
Wow.
Actually, suffered through that pain on the show and kept it quiet so the producers didn't know and lose my opportunity. I think Ronald knew, and a couple of my close friends. I was using a TENS unit all the time, but held off that surgery. It was a success. I just got to wear this damn thing for the next 3 weeks.
You're going to be just fine.
24/7.
Honestly, you never really have looked better, to be honest. This is good. So who's next on the show? Who are we going to bring in next? Who do we got?
All right, let's bring in the patriarch of the family, Sarah's husband, Phillip.
All right, there's
Hey,
Phillip
hey.
right there. Hey, Phillip,
How
how
you
are
doing,
you,
sir?
sir? Welcome to the
Great
show. Good to see
you.
you.
Oh, man, it's so good to
Ronald
have
and
you
Robert.
on. Phillip, I can't tell you how much joy it brought me, just some of the conversations we had in line. We weren't exactly right next to each other, but as things started to dwindle, we got closer and we were able to talk.
You did.
Able to show you some of my dumb little magic tricks, and you guys were so gracious. And just shooting the shit with you guys backstage was such a joy. I
You were
mean,
very entertaining, Robert. That's for sure.
Well, Robert is one of the more ridiculous humans that's ever walked the earth. I will stand strong on that statement forever, for sure. Oh my gosh. So I'm glad you guys got to, get a little taste of that.
the one part that did kind of suck, though, was talking to you guys and everything, and then realizing that you had a whole family of adult children. And then I was like, shit, that really made me feel old, because you guys are younger than me, yet you had adult children. And I mean, Ronald looks old because of all that white hair from Saving Five. I still feel like I'm 19, but hanging out with you guys.
Listen, first of all, Ronald, you look amazing. But if anything, it's because you're carrying the weight of Detroit on your shoulders.
Oh,
so that's a lot to be said for that.
He's a hero for sure, Ronald.
I'm just trying to do what I can. Just do what I can.
And you're doing that and more for sure.
Robert, it's cold in Vermont. That is why, even though we're the same age, right? You're 51.
Oh, yeah. Cryogenics.
It's cold in
Are we
Vermont.
the same age? Is that right? You're
I'm 51 as well. Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
So what my point is
in my own grave.
we have 7 amazing children.
Yeah, Houston, you've been sweating and just getting older by the minute down there, Robert. That's just a life choice.
Yeah.
So all right.
I have the ability as the executive producer of this podcast to kick you off, Chris, and still make you produce it. So watch out.
I mean, unfortunately for you now, I hold all the buttons. But all right, who's next? Who do we bring it in next?
Let's bring in Collin.
All right, Collin, how are you, sir? Welcome to the show.
Collin,
Good to see you.
Hey guys,
Collin,
How are
you're
you
the
doing?
oldest Snyder.
I am the oldest Snyder kid. Yeah, I was the guinea pig, as they call it.
Tell me, your whole family, Collin, is into martial arts. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, we're all big into martial arts.
Is it Taekwondo?
Taekwondo is what we all train together. Correct.
And
All right.
you have a black belt. Your parents.
I was the first kid to get their black belt. I'll make that point in real quick.
Yeah,
But
actually,
yeah,
bring in your younger brother and bring up what you told me on the show.
There's so many things we said behind the scenes. You have to remind
It could have been anything.
You had a
right?
moment of honesty with me, and you're like, yeah, the little whippersnapper just got another degree of black belt, so now he's got one higher than me, and he's young.
That's one of my other brothers. Yeah. He.
Okay, it wasn't.
We don't talk about. He's not even on the podcast, and we don't even need to mention him.
All I heard was you got your black belt first. That's all I heard.
That's right.
Hey,
I did
Sarah,
a little
you
tongue
have your
sudo
belt?
for a while there, but not quite.
nice.
It's very similar. It's what
Yeah,
Taekwondo
absolutely.
came from, right?
Mhm. Big
Yes.
part of the
Sarah,
family.
do you have your black belt too? Sarah?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, you said
Oh,
me,
that is
Sarah? I thought you
amazing.
were talking to Phillip. Oh, Siri.
Siri just
No,
chimed in. That
I
is
don't have my
amazing.
black belt. I got up there. I'm a high blue, but it's kind of hard to do Taekwondo in between having so many babies.
I think you should just get an honorary.
He whips
belt
up
for
on
that.
me
You
regularly.
earned it.
just
So
so
it
you
was
know.
like
Was it
train,
that's
get
Phillip's
pregnant,
and
train,
Collin's
get
fault?
pregnant.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Phillip's
Oh,
fault and Colin's fault, and let's meet the next child. Would that be in order? Would that be Leandra next or Preston?
Leandra.
All right, Leandra, how are you? Welcome to
Hi.
the show. It's so
You
good
know,
to see
Collin
you.
may be the oldest, but I'm definitely the best. So you guys will just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Oh, man, we this is a side. We could do a stream of one of your sparring matches. I think we could set that up for a future
Absolutely.
episode.
Many of family
I
nights.
don't want to embarrass her live on air. I mean,
We'll see.
I love it.
Hey, people will see. That's
What's
all.
the age difference between you and Collin? I'm not asking a woman's age. I'm just asking the age difference.
We're 22 months apart.
23. Now, did you study Taekwondo as well?
Yes, I'm a black
Would
belt
you-
taekwondo.
Would you and Collin ever spar back in the day when you were kids?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
I
would
grew up
love to
with
see
4
that.
brothers, of course. I gotta hold my own.
Did you ever whoop their ass?
Of course.
All
She's like,
right.
please. They don't like. I'm sure they actually probably don't like sparring her because she doesn't. You know, they're. I'm sure those matches are very interesting. Is all I'm saying. I bet she doesn't hold back at all.
Hey, you know, I saw when we were doing mic check prior to starting and going live, I asked everybody, hey, wear your shirt if you can from the show. Leandra, you wore your whole outfit from the show.
I did.
You only see from like midway stuff.
No, I love it.
Dedication, though.
No,
It
that's
gets me in
awesome.
the spirit, you know?
And
Well, you got to wear it on watch night, right?
Yeah, of course.
True. Are all of you in the same household right now?
No.
No.
Okay, Phillip and Sarah, you are
Yes.
just in different rooms, but then Collin and Leandra, you're in different locations.
No, I think
I'm in
Collin's
the same
upstairs.
house.
Maybe he's in the same house or something. That was mentioned. So, but who do we have? Who's next? Who do we have? Because we got a couple more to bring in here. Let's keep it rolling.
You got Preston. Would that be the next in order, birth-wise, of the children, Sarah and Phillip?
Well, no, there's one. Well, we have
You
some
just-
adopted that in between. So he's actually the youngest son. So he's in birth or in age order, he'd be the 6th child.
Okay. Have you ever considered adopting a 51-year-old man with 4 children and then taking care of all 5 of them?
Yeah.
Let's bring in
Okay.
Preston.
Just throwing it out there. You know, can't hurt. That was a good swing, Robert. I like it. All right. So who are we bringing in? We bringing Preston in?
Preston.
All right, Preston. How are you, man? Good to have you.
I
Preston,
am
so good to
great.
see you. Welcome.
It's amazing to be here, amazing to see everybody. I'm the youngest, but I am the best in a lot of things. So
Yeah. You're in
Very
college,
humble.
right, Preston? Where you at, buddy?
I'm in Hawaii. Yeah, just doing some side quests.
Jeez,
Oh wow. So that's a brag. No, just a little brag. No, no big deal.
It also means that Phillip and Sarah definitely have the money to adopt me and my 4 kids if it's to a Hawaii school.
All my kids pay for their own school, just so you know.
Oh, there you go. I love
I
that.
don't know if you won $1 million yet either. So if you won the $1 million, then I definitely want to be adopted.
Oh my goodness. So
Where are you, Preston? What university and where in Hawaii?
Yeah, so I'm on like the North Shore of Oahu. It's just a kind of a church university. It's called Brigham Young University, Hawaii.
oh, nice. Check
Okay.
you out. That's awesome. Very cool.
That's very
Yeah.
nice.
Thanks for joining us, brother. It's
Yeah.
been-
So and with that, I believe we have one more guest, Robert.
we got Bethany, right?
Absolutely. So let's get Bethany in here right now. Bethany, how are you?
Hey, Ed.
Hey, Bethany, you
Great.
were adopted by Phillip and Sarah as well, right?
I do not live by them. No, I'm in Indiana.
I made a joke. I said you were adopted by them as well, right?
Oh, adopted by them. I kind of feel like that on the show because my husband wasn't with me and all my sisters had their families with them. And then after the show, I don't know if you guys know, I followed Sarah and Phillip and we all went to Greece
Okay.
Oh man.
together. So
Living the life. What is exactly the relationship? How are you related with Sarah?
I'm 2 years younger than Sarah. I'm her sister.
You guys are sisters and years younger, and you are camping right now, right?
I am.
I love it. Where are you camping?
We're in Ohio. We're at Hocking Hill.
Stop sneezing in the background.
I know, Ronald. We're gonna have to mute your mic. All right, Bethany.
I'm sorry.
I'm glad that you
Where
were
are you camping?
in Ohio.
We're at Hocking Hill. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we really appreciate you joining us and interrupting your vacation, and I think it adds a lot of texture to the show that you're there camping. And
and your lighting is much improved from your Blair Witch situation that you had in the test.
I've got lots of flashlights and headlamps around the room.
Yeah, I mean, it was appropriate going into spooky season, but it was definitely, it looks nice now. You got it dialed in. So,
hey, guys, I've got a few things prepared in advance for the Snyder family here.
Oh man, what do we got? Let's take a look.
The show is brought to us by their family, Snyder's pretzel brand.
Oh my goodness!
They were originally going to come on last week. They had a little bit of a family snafu, and we extend our condolences for that.
Yes,
and also, I had those pretzels all full last week, but then I ate them. Also, this is a Taekwondo family, so I wanted to.
Oh, Ray, Rob, is that a real brick?
Yeah.
This is a real brick.
That looks like a real brick.
I know that the patriarch of the family, Phillip, is a 7th degree black belt.
Oh,
and you know what? Screw karate. Karate is bullshit. We like Taekwondo more.
Yeah.
A little bit more. We were all on 99 to beat.
Wow.
Give me that real quick. And then in the act of we were all playing for $1 million, which we might or might not have won. And then in the act of shameless self-promotion, I am your realtor. And finally, and lastly, buy my book at mascotauthor.com. And yes, that is what the book looks like. All right, let's get ready to rock and roll.
Oh my goodness. I was like, that was just literally a ploy to show your book off the entire time. That was amazing.
Thank you.
That was brilliant.
Just got called on a fire.
So, guys, we're excited to have you on the show as we react to episode 4. We're going to be kind of looking at some video clips from each of the games. We're going to look at them in order. And then as we do that, we're going to kind of talk about the rules and we're going to kind of get some insight. I want to hear from you guys what it was like to play the games, maybe some of the things that we didn't see on TV, and get some descriptions on what we did. So if you will, with that, we're going to kind of keep things rolling into our first game, which was a chilly one ultimately, and it had something to do with pants. So let's take a look at this clip from Fox, and we'll react right after.
Arvin and James, the darlings of last week, are both struggling with the frozen pants. Pants aren't even extended out. Storm is also struggling.
Arvin, you got it. Keep it up. You got it. You got it.
You have to put not only the pants on, you have to put your hands in the pockets.
Richie looks like he's almost there.
Thank you.
He's done it. But his sister Gianna has only just got her feet in.
Just pace yourself. Just can't be last.
Look at Professor.
They're on backwards. I'll angle my hands differently.
He's methodically working on it.
Set the icon.
50 players left now, Ken, but gaming grandma Levon is still struggling out there.
Come on, Levon.
Oh, this is Courtney. What a tactic, using the floor
Courtney
and her body.
Doing it a different way. Robert's using his belly heat. Doing his best Burt Reynolds impression. Fresh reference.
Listen, $1 million is on the line.
I know.
No shame, no game. You know what I mean?
By any means necessary.
Oh my goodness. I mean,
Playgirl just called me tonight, and they want to put that magazine back in actual tangible.
I mean, seriously, they might sell some issues after that. That was pretty impressive.
Hey, listen, tonight is all about Frozen, and I did do that shirt rip-off the first episode after celebrating the bucket challenge, and we got a lot of fan mail saying, please never take off your shirt again. So I take off my shirt now, but we got a Frozen T-shirt on tonight. Afterwards, for you fans that might not get it, it was like Frozen pants, like these right here. They've been falling a little bit. You had to take them off, and they're all frozen, and I got them off of this Ken doll here. So
easy there.
Economically incorrect. But man, let's hear from the folks that were still in the games tonight, competing. Well, Ronald, you start, man. What was this game like, getting those damn pants on, getting them just out of a frozen block?
I mean, it was a different experience. I never really tried to put on frozen pants, so it's just trying to unthaw them and get them to the point where you can actually put them on. And I personally think the hardest part was getting your hands in them, because the pockets might have been balled up and frozen in one solid chunk. So just fighting that, trying to warm them up and, advance to the next round.
So, yeah. Ronald, you're saying you don't normally put frozen pants on, is what you're saying?
Oh, no.
Never. I've been doing since I turned 13. So instead of taking a cold shower when I got too excited for certain reasons, you know what I mean? A lot of experience with frozen pants. But
I guess that's not bad for those going through that. If you do happen to have a pair of frozen pants just ready to go at any time, you can kind of help yourself through those moments. But all right, talk to me about these pants. Like, what? I mean, they looked hard to open up at first. I mean, you saw people struggling. Who has some insight? Who wants to share maybe their experience with the pants? Because that was pretty funny.
In the family that's on the call right now, who was still, by show of hands, who was still in it at this point and competed in this?
Yeah. So okay. All right,
so
perfect.
We'll talk about your departures in a minute, Phillip, Sarah, and Bethany. But go ahead, Collin. You first. What was this like for you? We've seen some difficulty physically. You're a super in shape guy. Your whole family is. Was this game easy or hard for you?
It's funny you mention that. I'm no stranger to cardio, to lifting, 2 hours at a time in the gym. But I was pretty confident going into this challenge. I thought this is going to be easy. Well, my entire strategy was use kinetic force. So just smashing the pants on the ground to kind of break the ice apart. I'll tell you, probably 30 seconds in the challenge, I got pretty gassed pretty quick. I was winded. So at that point, it was just a slow process to get through those pants. The pockets actually were the easiest part for me to get, open, but just getting the initial pants to separate on the inside. I don't know what it was. Mine were just really well sealed together. So that took me quite a while.
Yeah.
You gotta love it. The people that think of these games, right?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Chris had a question.
I was just saying, you gotta love it. The people that think of these games, right? Oh, we're gonna do a challenge with frozen pants. This is great.
Yeah, and they didn't really feel like just frozen pants. When they told us that, in my mind, it was just like, they spilled a little water on them and they got, cold in the freezer. They were basically an ice block, right?
Yeah.
They soaked them.
Leandra, how was it for you when you got
Hey, I got third.
Were you third out?
Yeah, I know. I was like, what the heck? Where is that?
But what's the secret?
Open, and I got third. So my strategy was to just essentially slam on the floor a few times and then just kind of use my force and use my strength. And I went from the bottom up and I put my arm all the way through before I put my legs in.
When you mean you went through the bottom of the pant hole up? Is that what you're saying?
Just with my hand just before I officially put them on for the refs.
Yeah.
Just because it broke it open a lot easier.
So literally just sheer force, you opened them up.
Yeah, and I just made sure the top and the bottom were open because then everything in between I could push my leg kind of through it.
Gotcha. Interesting. Nice.
So interesting because, I mean, that's a perfect example. You might say, oh, this is going to be one like Phil, not Phil, your dad, but Phil, the big muscle dude. Like, oh, he's going to be like real good at this. But like, it was weird, right? Like sometimes
it's a perfect example of how, I'm the best. Collin says that he's all strong and all this. And
yeah, you didn't seem to have any trouble with it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, got bragging rights here, I guess.
Collin, I don't know if you heard her, but she said she used her force and she was able to open them pretty easily. So I don't know. That's interesting. Point for her on that one.
Every day, I don't. Come on.
Hey, it's okay. My entire strategy throughout the show was to stay under the radar. I mean, it's works so far. You don't really see much of me on the show. So I mean,
oh,
yeah,
bro,
those that
did my strategy.
time yelling at your sister saying, I heard you the first 12 times.
The one time I lose composure on camera.
I love
my goodness.
I pause it, call my kids in, and we slow-mo replay it. I look at Collin yelling at his sister. He's about to blow his cork. I can't do that challenge.
And I thought Taekwondo was supposed to teach discipline. But all right.
It's like counting and watching closely. Spoiler alert. If you're watching commercials of the show that are produced by Fox and people are in actual games that happen.
All right, Robert. Let's stay focused. Let's reel it in. Preston, you were also involved in this, so give us your take real quick on that, and then we'll keep moving to the next one.
Yeah, so as you heard my sister say, she just whipped it open, I'm pretty sure that's how it's done. For me, the hardest part was, getting the pockets. I was doing a little windmill strategy. I was just going boom, 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 right on the ground as hard as I could. And I'm not quite as big or strong as Collin, but I do have lots of endurance. So I just kept wailing it, and I was able to get open pretty ezy.
All right, well, there you go. The little windmill, classic windmill technique.
No, honestly, both my brothers, they outdid me in a lot of challenges, but it's all about not finishing last, so.
Absolutely. You just got to get through.
Serious here. When you guys are competing and you see your sister get out third and out of the corner of your eye, are you aware of it that you see that she gets out? Do you feel pride? Do you feel, holy crap, how'd she get out that quick on this one that's really taken a lot of force and trouble from me? What were your feelings? Did you know she got out that quick?
No, I didn't.
They were so lost in their own moments. Everybody's just like, oh my God.
Okay.
I mean, that's the thing with this, right? There's a lot of pressure. You're focused on the task at hand. Some of the challenges may be easier to see the others, right? But this one seemed like a little chaotic, so maybe it was harder to see everything.
Yeah. Did you guys know that your sister got out that quick?
No, they said they kind of shook their heads no, Robert. So that's why I was.
Yeah. Maybe I should take these glasses off.
So ultimately, for those that didn't play the game, I guess, what were your thoughts watching it? Because it was pretty entertaining.
You guys saw it an hour ago for the first time, correct?
Correct. I have to say I'm really bummed that I wasn't able to play this game because I literally have trained my entire life for this. I love my parents, but all my children will be able to attest to this. They're a bit thrifty, to say the least. So I never knew ketchup came in bottles until I was like 16. I thought it was the little McDonald's packets. So it was just kind of that kind of thing. So when I grew up, a dryer was used for about 5 minutes, and I'd go to school with these wet pants on, and then I'd go out to the bus stop, and it would be 20 below zero. So I was amazing at this because I was wearing frozen pants for much of time.
Oh, that's hilarious. Now, I have to tell you, that's pretty funny. So as a guy who grew up in Syracuse, New York, I hear you. And I walked to school and all that. So I understand the frozen pants.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that is pretty funny. Now, but it's one thing for them to freeze on you. It's another thing for them to be frozen to start. So we'll see. So I guess with that, we do have 4 other games to get to. So I think we should kind of keep rocking if you guys are good with that. The second game, was also wildly entertaining. There was a lot of interesting ones this time, but this one reminded me of something that they used to have at like fast food joints where you could like get a free burger or a free taco. And you'll know what I'm saying here in just a second. If you ever saw the shot glass in the water and you had a chance to win by dropping something in, then you know what we're talking about. Here it is, game number 2, a little clip from the shot glass and coin challenge.
Here we go. They'll drop the coin at the same time. We'll see what happens.
You got this, Michaela.
Oh no, Miranda and Michelle have both missed. Look at Michaela's coin.
What is that?
Oh my God.
It's literally sitting on top of the cup.
That's what mine did. Michaela, you're okay.
Technically did not go in.
Oh, really?
None of them got theirs in round 1, so that means we all go again. Here we go. Miranda has survived.
Yes! Dakota, Cara, Maria, and Miranda are very tight.
It is now sudden death between Michelle and Michaela.
I'm so bad at this game.
Reset, Michaela.
Oh my goodness. These sudden deaths. Marsha waiting with bated breath right now.
Come on, baby.
She's feeling good.
Don't give your mommy a heart attack.
So here we go again.
This is high stakes, Aaron. One step closer to $1 million, all hangs on the drop of a coin.
Oh man, I mean,
this is what it looks like without the water. And yes, that's a two-sided coin, so never trust a former mascot. Seems easy enough. Yep, a little shameless act of self-promotion there. That's right, former mascot, now realtor. Hey, Bethany, let me ask you. You just saw this game. What's it like watching your family members compete in games that you didn't get to see because you were gone at this point?
Oh man, I really wish so many times that the camera would pan out so I could see what they're doing, because sometimes you can't see like how they really are comparing. Is this just how it's being edited, you know? So I often just wish the camera would zoom out so I can see the whole floor and like pick out my family and see how they're doing. But I have to say, like, yes, every time I see them get through, I'm like, oh, whew.
Yeah. And, Sarah, whose idea was it to come on this game? There was 12 of you. Who's the initial idea?
So Rebecca, she is actually the youngest, and she's the one who's really into game shows. And she said she saw a casting for a family of 15 to be on a game show. Would we apply with her? And I'm like, as long as it's not Naked and Afraid, I'm in.
That is a show, man. Wow.
As response to that, but your husband's on the call. So call on the podcast. So I will refrain. Well, and at that point, my question is, was there a 13th family member?
We had 15 family members actually, but 2 of them dropped out because my sister, her husband's mother passed away. And then Bethany, her husband, dropped out. So we all made fun of Bethany the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But that it's got to be tough because.
But we thought when we were stepping on the studio, we thought it was all families competing because the casting call we saw. So we were shocked when it wasn't a whole bunch of families, and then all of a sudden we're like, oh my gosh, like people are looking at us like we have a target on our back.
Yeah.
But you realize only one person can win. It wasn't like we could help each other. You know,
I mean, your odds were better than some, so that was kind of fun. But you know, that was really interesting, and it was a cool dynamic. And obviously, you can see the show leaned into some of those things to kind of create some of that.
Before we move on to the next game, I want to ask this question of Phillip, Sarah, and Bethany. When you guys came on the show, what were the different reasons that individual family members wanted to do it? Ronald and I have talked a lot in the past that, some of the people came on because it was a free vacation. Some came on because it seemed like fun. Some came on because they wanted airtime and to be on TV. Some came on because they wanted to win $1 million. Were some of those diverse reasons part of the different family members' reasoning for coming on?
Well, for me, I would say it was like, I thought I love playing games and I love being with my family. So it was the ultimate family reunion, right? All the games are planned. Plus you add in foreign travel for free. And I'm like, yeah, I'm there. Yeah. And remember, we didn't know it was $1 million when we started. And when they mentioned that on the game show, I literally thought he just messed up or he was joking.
I got you. I'm with you on that. I came with Zoli, a former NBA mascot of 20 years, have been a lifelong friend for 30 years. However, 6 days a week, 12 to 16 hour shoot days made that feel not like a vacation real quick. Don't you think, Ronald?
Oh, yeah. It got tough. I was telling them when you're over 50, it was kind of tough to stand for 8 hours on concrete waiting for the next game. It was tough back there, but we all pulled through.
Yeah, that would have been the hardest thing for me, honestly, just standing.
Firefighter. I mean, that's coming from you. You're used to being up for 2 days straight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But like I say, and you guys brought a good point. I think they shot it and edited the way they edited to make it more from our perspective as a player. Because I know for me, I didn't really focus on people until you got to the bottom 3 or 4. Now it's like, whoa, I'm almost out. So you got that tunnel vision until the end, and you end up if you're in the bottom.
Right. Phillip, you must really love your wife or her family or something, because basically you came on with your in-laws and you had your kids, but you came on with your in-laws, right?
I do. Well, let me just say, I love my wife more than life itself. No question about it. She gives me my purpose in life to wake up along with my kids. But I mean, for me, it was an opportunity to be able to do what we do. We love to work hard, but we love to play games. And, if we could do that and, we like to trash talk each other. You can see it. It's fun family banter back and forth. I heard my in-laws were coming, specifically my brother-in-laws. And that was a major part for me wanting to be able to do it, along with my kids. So
that's super cool. I mean, obviously, all jokes aside, most people hate their in-laws. And I can you guys did not.
No, so let me clarify, Robert, just for a second. I wanted to do it with my brother-in-laws to embarrass them on national television. That was the whole purpose. So just to be clear.
I was waiting for that part, Phillip.
Yeah, that was the actual motivation.
I don't want to here with anything and lead to something that wasn't there.
Yeah, to bury them.
Basically. Talking right now. Hopefully they're not listening and they won't find
okay. They all know that.
Oh, you should have seen the family thread before we went.
Oh, yeah.
Phillip was all over it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Love it. All right, let's get on with the next game.
Yeah, no worries. That last one was kind of fun. Like I said, the shot glass. If you guys want to try it at home, that's an easy one. Put a shot glass in a fish tank. Take some coins. Give yourself a shot at it. But the next one.
Oh, yeah. By the way, Chris, sorry. That game did come down to a 3-way tie, right, Ronald?
It did, yeah. We were going to.
It was dramatic because Michaela, who eventually got out, the daughter of the mother-daughter combo, she landed that coin right on the edge of the shot glass. And in studio, in arena, whatever you want to call it, we were all like, oh, no, you couldn't plan this stuff.
Yeah, and the fact that all three of them got them to go in at exactly the same time or within 1 second where they couldn't, call it and had to go again, basically like, wow, they all thought they were through. All three of them genuinely thought they were through. They hit it. They got it. They were excited. They had that emotional lift. And then they got the news that, oh, no, I got to do this again. That had to be hard.
Yeah, it's a good point you're making, Chris. Ronald, we got to see it tonight with everybody else on this podcast.
Yeah.
But the video of how close it really was, that was the first time we got to see it. What did you think about watching those all drop at the same time? It was a tie.
It was close. I mean, it was too close to call. And I think Fox did it the right way.
Yeah.
Instead of actually choosing, hey, do it again and let the best contestant win.
Yeah, I mean, it's nuts. You're dropping coins for an hour into
well, it said over an hour and a half at one point in the clip, so it was at least an hour and a half. That's a long time to be standing there dropping a coin, hoping it drops in a shot glass.
I believe actually that was the tape measure game. Actually, that game I feel.
Oh, you're right. I think
they gave more screen time to the game than the game actually lasted. That game was incredibly fast.
Okay, that makes more sense to me because I was like, man, it's just a matter of just keeping moving. But awesome. Yeah. So speaking of the tape measuring game, we're going to move on to that. That's actually our third game that popped up in this episode. Robert, you've got your tape. You're ready to go. We're going to take a look at a clip from the game, and then we'll talk about it right after. Here is a clip from Fox of the tape measure challenge from episode 4.
44 players still in the game.
Whoa! Ciara! Chris, my son. Did I make you proud, Dad? Your father is very proud of you.
25 minutes so far.
Oh, looks like James has got it. David's got it. Looks like Marsha has moved on.
Great shot of Dakota. What do you think he's thinking there? I'm in.
I'm in.
Yeah! They are anxious, frustrated, mentally exhausted. What does that equal in your world?
Thumb fatigue. I mean, you come from football. You get thumb fatigue?
I don't know.
45 minutes gone.
28 players left.
Look at Mario. That's really close.
This is like when we try to look to see if a wide receiver had his toe in. It's right on the line.
Us! Mario moves on. Mario and Ciara embrace.
Oh, you did it. They're hanging out. Faux show.
Yeah, that was a real good, right?
I love that. The yellow Power Ranger. Okay, watch out.
Yeah, that was a good kiss. All right. I saw that. Hey, quick.
That was pretty
Leandra, cover your ears. I'm not making this joke with a daughter on the phone with her father. I had a lot of experience with a tape measure, measuring things or one thing that always came out to 6 3/4 inches every single time I measured it. You know what I'm saying? So I got out really quick on this one. I know Ronald's thinking, oh, I had a lot of experience too, only mine came out at 9 inches every time. Shut up, Ronald.
Oh my goodness. Now, yeah, press is like, wait, what? But the point is that game, like you said, Leandra, that was an hour and a half plus of people sitting there literally pushing this button, hoping it'll stop. Thumb fatigue, as Ken said, which was hilarious. And first of all, those two together are really a lot of fun. It's an interesting duo up there in the tower, looking down on you guys, commenting. They seem to be having a lot of fun, and I'm hoping that kind of resonates to the players down on the field. But what is that like for you guys when they're up there making the jokes? Are you hearing them, or is it just sort of you see them up there?
Anybody take it? Jump in there.
I heard them a few times.
I couldn't hear them unless I was directly below them.
Yeah. So it's got to be kind of fun for you guys.
I don't know. I think Gabe had a direct source. I would hear Gabe. You guys all heard this, right? Gabe would somehow Gabe had a connection. He would somehow be able to get a microphone, and he'd say, Ken, and they'd end up patching him through to Ken, and he'd be telling Ken jokes the whole time, and he'd start laughing. So
you're right, Phillip.
You'd have to ask Gabe that one, but none of us had a direct line.
So about this game, though, measuring, you got a measuring tape, you got to hit the button. You can only, release it once, and it had to end in that little zone, and it clearly was a challenge. So, Ronald, you were close. You were down there towards the bottom. I mean, talk to us about how you were feeling as you saw contestant after contestant getting out, and you were getting close there.
Yeah, it was a little frustrating. You thought it would be easier than what it was, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, you trying to guess. You might count. You might pick a spot on the floor. I mean, it was a couple different tactics, but hey, at the end, you just got to hope that you can get it done. And I mean, it was definitely, for me, one of the tougher challenges.
Yeah, and I think you made up a word just now. I think you said flustered and frustrated as frustrated. Just so so that's good. I like that. I mean, how about the rest of you guys? So, I mean, how did you get it done?
Sarah, when you watch some of these games, I'm sure you heard about a little bit about them from your kids and whatnot as they were still in it. Were you kind of like, what do you mean a tape measure game? Without having seen it and video, did you pull out a tape measure and say, this can't be that hard, and pull it out to 20 feet and try it at home? Did you do that?
So if you saw the UK games, they did this. And I had practiced it before, but I actually, watching this tonight, I was shocked Leandra was where she was, because actually what I do is a lot of construction. I'm an escape room owner, and the part I do is the construction and designs part. And then I'm a kitchen designer. And then, so I'm always on a construction site there measuring things. And then we also have a house on the side we've been fixing up. So when Leandra comes home, I'm constantly pulling her onto the job sites with me. She's helping measure things, cut things, like work. And so to see her struggle, I was like, are you kidding me?
Hey,
Angelo practiced.
It was
in the hotel room.
Yeah, it was not my game at all. It definitely tested my patience. I was in between, okay, I just messed up. Okay, but then don't panic. And it was just a whole thing going through my head. But in my favor, it was a different type of tape measure that I normally use. Normally I use the stop once. Rather, this was just a button. And I actually had to get my tape measure replaced halfway through the challenge because my button just stopped randomly. Once I got my new tape measure in place, there was a couple more tries. But that one, it was not my finest moment, that's for sure. I thought I was going home for a tape measure.
When you got out, Leandra, how many other people were left?
Oh, I bet there's like maybe 10. I was in the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the way
bottom. You were going to go home that game?
Yeah, I was so frustrated. I was like, a tape measure cannot send me home. No, I didn't. Did you see my face? I'm turning and I'm freaking out. I'm like, Collin, tell me when to stop. I'm just trusting the people on the sidelines because the dot's not working, the counting's not working, nothing's working at this point. I'm just trying to,
Well, in Collin's defense, he only told you how to do it 11 times. If he had to do it 12 times,
oh my goodness. I mean, it was a fun one. And again, another interesting game to watch. And, you kind of imagine, all right, how would I do if I was there? And you start thinking about what your technique would be in watching it. And, it's just one of those things. It's not like it's a thing you do. So it's a very weird kind of skill that you have to kind of hone in the moment with the pressure of $1 million and all these people and lights and cameras in your face, which is not a very normal, natural moment to be in.
This is a question for all 6 of you and Ronald. Have you guys played any of these games as a family together since the actual games?
No.
Yeah. Ones, Bethany. Which ones?
PTSD. Never playing those again.
We did the nut stacking, and we have done the balancing the nails, which I think you'll show here in a minute.
Yes.
And games you can do them at home, right? I mean, I'm sure a lot of Americans tonight, after they watched it, ran to their garage and grabbed a tape measure and said, hold on a second here. This can't be that hard. An hour and a half, right?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, there's a lot of them. They're pretty accessible, like the spaghetti and the penne. Like that's one that anybody can do at home. The nut stacking, all those. It's fun to watch. It's interesting, and I'm sure people are running home and trying them and kind of seeing how they stack up.
My kids and I went on vacation shortly after this to a cabin, and we played, I think, about 5 or 6 of these games, and it was a blast. You can use them for kids' birthday parties, youth groups. I know Peter talked about using these on a former podcast about using them with his ministry and youth groups. I think there's a lot of applications that we can all take.
Yeah, for sure. And with that, you mentioned the nails, and that is the next game. Absolutely. So let's get into that. This next game, you'll see the contestants trying to balance some nails, and we'll talk about it right after this clip from Fox's 99 to Beat.
7 people left. David R is really struggling.
I've never seen handshake like that.
He got it. David R got it.
Come on!
And then Luigi got it. Geraldine may have this right here. Geraldine got it. She got it.
Final 4. David A., Joanne, King David, and Ronald.
Joanne, just hold it tight. I'm trying.
Come on, David A. Keep pushing.
You're okay, Ronald. You got it. Pinch it with either side on the fingers.
Shoot. Come on, Ronald.
Hey, let's go, Joanne. Joanne, you got this. You're good, Joanne.
She's about to fumble this. See? It all went off.
I don't know how to lay it. You're good, Ronald. This is it.
Ronald through, my man. Salute the captain.
You worried?
I love that. Man, Ronald, Aaron was really rooting for you, bud. That was awesome.
Oh yeah. That was a tough challenge. Yeah, I've built stuff, but I've never tried to stack nails before. So it was a different experience.
Did you think you were going home, Ronald?
I didn't think I didn't feel I was going home, but I felt the pressure.
Why was Aaron cheering for you so much?
Why was Aaron? I don't know. Maybe she likes firefighters.
Yeah, you get them digits.
Yeah, she was saluting the captain.
Aaron, I know you watch every single week. We didn't mean anything by that. I don't know if you're married or whatever. I mean, I nailed that one, I think. I mean, I had a little bit of problems.
Oh, no, your hands. Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm fine, guys. And by the way, I went to the University of Delaware. I did not go to Harvard. Collin, what was that game for you? Did you stack those nails easily, or was it trouble?
Yeah, no, I mean, I've done, funny enough, I did stuff like this in Boy Scouts growing up. So I was pretty used to it. It wasn't that challenging. I think I got through fairly quickly, probably the top 20 people I went through.
Yeah, I don't think any of us would have gotten if they didn't show us what it looked like after it was done. If they just gave us those pile of nails, we would have all been playing that game still right now.
I was grateful that everyone had that instruction. At the same time, it took away some of my strategy because I already knew how to do this. And so as soon as they showed everyone, it now became, it would change from a knowledge game to this is now a race, right? So that was a little nerve-wracking once they showed everyone how to do it for myself.
I agree. Hey, guys, watching David Rush struggle so much on this one was a surprise to me as a viewer this evening because, he'd done all these world records and seemed like a pretty cool cucumber, and a lot of people internally were thinking he was maybe a favorite to win. But he really struggled during this one. What were your guys' thoughts watching the episode tonight and seeing how shaky?
Yeah, those hands were wild. It was, Ken mentioned it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised, honestly, but when we did the nut stack one, he really struggled. So it was interesting to see that with like fine movements, he would get shaky. So I was surprised, but at the same time, kind of not, because that wasn't his skill set.
Yeah,
it reminds me of the Blazing Saddles, where it's like, he's got my hand, I'm steady, but then it's like, but this is my shooting hand. That clip. But
I think it's a great movie. We should talk about that. Hey, Ronald, you remember that one scene with the sheriff on top?
Oh, stop it.
Coming up on the horse? What did he say?
Oh, no. Stop it. That's a great,
that inappropriate reference that only people that are 50 can understand.
Oh my God. So who was talking about the game though, in terms of the nails?
I was just going to say, I think that's just a great reminder. I mean, certainly David, was, I loved how he always thought outside the box and figured things out. But, I have a pretty steady hand. So I thought my balance, this is what I do. But man, when your adrenaline is pumping, when you do this show, it's one thing to sit on the couch and watch. And I think America's going to see that, like, I can do this easily, right? It's just like any trivia game show you watch, you know it when you're not in the hot seat. When you're there and that, horn blows and, the $1 million is on the line, as you heard me say in a few of the episodes there, it changes everything. Everything in the way you look at it, the way you respond, your adrenaline, your heart. And so, I understand and certainly can have empathy for David in that moment. I do think he probably, psyched himself out, put that pressure on himself that he wanted to finish in a certain level as well. But yeah, it is a whole paradigm shift to start to realize you have to, it's just not finishing last.
And to his credit, despite the nerves and the shake, he did pull it together and he got it done. So, a gamer nonetheless.
It was kind of funny.
Coming up in the upcoming show. So go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, it was kind of funny. David, he's a genius guy. Everyone would gather around him and all ask for strategies. So David actually became one of my good friends. But again, just going back to what Dad said, it really speaks to itself that the pressure there is unmatchable. And sitting at home watching it doesn't even do it justice. Once you're in the arena, everything that you thought you knew, you don't know anymore.
Yeah, it all goes out the window.
Leandra, it's a great point. A lot of people on set did gravitate to him after the rules for any individual game got said. And I think people said, hey, this guy has figured out 20-some world records or however many it is. So he kind of knows a lot of these silly things. And, on that duct tape challenge, he looked at me when I got out first and he was like, what'd you do? You're kind of stupid. You figured it out.
Hey, Robert, people weren't coming to you for advice.
Nobody came to me for advice. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah. Although you were always there for anybody every time they come, somebody got knocked out of the game, you're right there in the hug circle every time.
Yeah, not everybody, but I think I had a little bit of an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Sure.
Watching that one kid, was he in the family? The one guy, Jake, with the glasses. Was he the Snyder family?
Jake. Oh, Tabitha's husband, Jake?
Yeah. I know sometimes we don't like to admit it, but yes, he's in the family.
And that couple is great, first
we
of all.
love you, Jake.
But watching him stressed me out so much. I watched him during the Nut Stacker Challenge with the chopstick and this tape measure one. And he would be so intense and so animated and the sweat pouring off of him. And sometimes those games, he was like an hour deep. And I'd be sitting there and sometimes, I remember, Leandra, you said something to me one time, watching him struggle. I was crying. And you were like, oh, that's so nice. And I was like, it doesn't feel nice. This kid's going to give me a heart attack.
Jake did give us some heart attacks.
Oh, man. Now, Robert, I know that, listen, you're an empathetic individual. You wear your heart on your sleeve. But right now, I think you're stalling because you don't want me to show the clip from the next game.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I have another question for Phillip and Sarah. Having all three of your children still in the show, how hard was that for you? As a parent myself, it's hard to always try to keep things equal, even though all four of my children have different personalities, different strengths, and I can't treat them all equal because that's not going to serve them. How hard was this knowing that all three of your children were still in it? And I don't know. That blows my mind. What was that like?
Well, for different reasons, I wanted each of them to win. Obviously, maybe one of them won. We don't know, but obviously all three didn't. And for different reasons, I wanted each of them to. So it is, you root for all of them. And kind of at the end of the day, you know, every day you're like, I wonder if they got off today. What happened today? What game did they do today? Was it their strength? Was it their weakness? You know, you feel bad. You're not there to give them advice. But at the same time, I kind of wanted to crush them.
Yeah, yeah.
It kind of sucks that they were still on and I wasn't. I wanted to show them some mom power.
Phillip, what was it like for you as dad?
Yeah, you know, I mean, similar feelings. You know, I mean, I certainly, I mean, I love my kids. I mean, they're amazing. But when it comes right down to it, we were in Greece and we call it Therapy Island because we were there, all three of us, Bethany, Sarah, and I, and we were just consoling each other. Not gonna lie, you know, we wanted to be there. We wanted them to do well, maybe just not too well.
Yeah, just like one less as well as you is really what it comes to.
Yeah, exactly. No, we were super excited. Honestly, truth be told, we're their biggest fans.
Hey, in this case, you know, Aunt Bethany, because you're their aunt, were you kind of like talking to each of them and like, hey, if you win, maybe we could split this and, you know, I'll support your other.
No, absolutely not. But I did have people say like, oh, you have such a big family here, so your chances of winning are better. And I'm like, how are my chances better? Like, I'm still just one and it's individual and I'm not going to ask my niece or nephew for money. Like, that's just dumb. So, yeah,
I mean,
no.
I'm just saying, if you adopted me, Sarah and Phillip and my 4 kids, and if I won, we don't know if I won, I would give you half of the money if you adopted me.
All right, just throwing it out there. Throwing it out there.
I think
with that,
we're going to wrap this episode up. There is no
Robert,
other
you're
All
starting
right,
to embarrass
man,
yourself.
you're
And
gonna end it after the game.
speaking of Robert embarrassing himself, let's look into this last game, which had, you know, a little something to do with dominoes. And as they fell, well, Robert, well, just watch.
Shut up.
No! Oh, no! What's he doing? He's taking all the blocks back. Keep going. Robert didn't need to take them all off. What was he thinking?
Blue team really, really needs to get it together. They're so far behind. Oh, Julian!
What is going on here? This is painful. Oh my God, is a silver team. Wow. Oh! It didn't happen.
Okay, so this is where other teams can make up ground.
Teams can make up.
And now you start
notably
getting panicked.
red and purple. Look at Gabe. Can I do it? Oh, I love Gabe. Look at that. Boom. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It's
Oh my gosh!
Wow. Everyone's scrambling right now.
But be careful around the beam. This gives the blue team a little bit of comfort here that they have some room. Robert just licking the bottom of the domino. Is that healthy?
No, it's not. Splinters.
Here goes Kevin with the white team. A lot of pressure on his shoulders right now.
No! Oh, God! Oh, the white team came the closest yet.
Don't knock the thing.
I question that yellow domino right there. There's a big gap.
Oh, good point.
Whoa! Melissa had the best push! Oh my God! Look at it! Are you kidding?
What a push! And she pushed it with an attitude.
That was great.
Man, that was just amazing. Like, first of all, she just smacked that thing. And when Robert was, you know, the starting of that clip, obviously right into the heat of the moment, Robert, you're like, just go. I know I messed up. Just keep moving. Focus. And then you're licking the block. I mean, you just had, that was like so great. There were so many great moments.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Like, were you hungry? Like, what was going on there?
I totally screwed up with my understanding of the game in the moment. I thought one falls off, you got to restart from ground zero. The team started yelling at me. I, from afar, knew I screwed up, knew immediately it was 100% my fault, but also knew game's not over. I rushed back, and they all went to explain to me at once what I did wrong, and that's when you saw the clip of me yelling, "Start the game, go!" And what you don't hear is me saying, "Explain it to me as we go." And I told the next person to go, and then I got the last person to go next to explain it to me. And I knew I was wrong, but it wasn't time for 5 or 6 other people to explain to me
Yeah,
why.
like, just keep moving. We got to go.
And then the licking, a lot of us were doing that. They made me look stupid and somewhat mentally challenged and a little
I mean, listen,
a little bit of moisture on the bottom of the brick helped it stick, in my mind, wood to wood, a little bit better than dry. So, but they really made me look stupid.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was the best. It was absolutely amazing. It was just so great.
Our team did that as well. Yeah, it was pretty gross.
Ronald and I, along with Peter, were super tight. And Ronald afterwards was like, man, we were having a beer at the bar. He's like, I knew you were stupid. Now today confirmed it.
Oh, man. Listen, I mean, in the end, it didn't cost you, but it was great TV. It was hilarious.
How was it a domino game for the rest of you guys that aren't dumb?
Yeah, so talk to us about that game and kind of ultimately what, put it over the top, what got it done. What was the trick to that?
You know what? It really wasn't a trick. It was just you had to make sure you had the correct spacing, make sure the dominoes would hit each other, and just a little bit of luck, and make sure you did it before everybody else and not come in last. It was just like we had to come together as a team. We fought through some adversities because me and Robert was on the team together. Hey, we made a mistake, but don't worry about that. Let's keep it going, and let's just finish this challenge.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
This, when that mistake happened, there was no doubt in my mind we were going home, and it was my fault. Because, and I think I speak for everybody in the room, and I would like the 3 of you that were still playing, that are guests with Ronald and I, to jump in here. I don't think any of us thought that the dominoes were not all going to fall down when they were set up. I think we all thought all we got to do is set them up. But once they're set up, we're just going to hit them. And of course they're all going to fall. Yeah. So when I screwed up, we thought, oh, shoot, we're done. We're going to lose. And then when we saw that first team finish setting them up, knock them down, and they only got halfway at best, I think that changed the whole dynamic of the room in that, holy mackerel, this is about real precision and not just getting them up. They're going to fall sideways if they're not straight on exactly and spaced perfectly. What do you guys think? Preston, what do you think?
Yeah. I have a lot to say. With this game, I thought, okay, first time we just got to get it first time. We got to be quick. But then it was just a game of being very patient, making sure every little domino was lined up so it wouldn't fall over and not all the rest would fall over. And so, you definitely just had to stay calm, cool, collected all the way through. One of the things that would help, I don't think they showed it here, but Anna, man, she just did a nice little strike there and it got all the way down the line. So definitely just whacking it from the front, that helps a lot. I got to tell you, it's a really good feeling. I was the one to knock it down for my team. I felt like $1 million in that moment. It was just the best feeling.
You were the one that got to knock the domino down. That's super cool. When my team cleared and finished, I don't know if you saw, but I was in the back of that line and everybody was jumping up with joy except me. I was just there thanking a God that I'm not sure exists or not. Oh, God, the sense of relief.
That would not have been a good feeling to go home like that.
Emotion was overwhelming, but I was not joyful. I was just filled with relief.
Yeah, that was wild. But I can imagine you were definitely feeling like, wow, that was a close one. And your guilt would have ridden you for a while. So I'm glad for your sake and your kids' sake and your family's sake that's not how it went out. So,
hey, Collin and Leandra, how was that game for you guys? What teams were you on? What colors?
So I guess Preston and I were on the same team. I somehow got elected on my team to be kind of the voice for the team, to keep everyone calm, keep a strategy for our group. And what they didn't show is, I think this challenge was probably about an hour or so long, and each team had tried to knock their row down probably 5 times, right? So it's super frustrating. I attempted 3 times being the leader to try to knock it down. I was doing something wrong. I don't know what it was. I had one other person do it, and it's impressive. You have to do this. You've got it. I can keep faith in my brother, and he brought us home in that challenge. So, I mean, it was a win. It was a win, but it was very, very difficult challenge.
Listen, how much does that mean to you to hear Big Brother's love right now?
It means the world to me. I know that he's being very kind. I want to just reciprocate that and also say that I was the best one.
He's
We
the
raised
humblest person I've
really,
ever met.
really humble children.
He's like, listen, I accept your praise, and I double it.
I want
Leandra, how was it? What team were you on? What color team?
I was on the pink team, so I was right beside you. So in the beginning, I will be honest, when you kind of messed up, it gave me a huge sigh of relief because I was like, oh, for sure. Okay, we got it. We can take our
at least
time.
we're not them.
Yeah. So I'm not the best at team games. I don't like that pressure in my hand, and I'm not the best at maybe being accurate when I'm nervous. I feel like I'm a little shaky. So I kind of took the back seat. I let Grant kind of tell us where to go, line it up, and I just prayed that I could each time not mess up.
Yeah.
So
I think you said you felt relief when you saw me screw up, but I think the other emotion.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
The other emotion you had was surprise because you were like, God, that guy's clearly the smartest guy on this show.
Yeah. Most athletic, best looking.
Watch him mess up like this and have a mental break was just so shocking to you, right?
No, honestly, nothing against you. We were just a little bit behind, so I was panicked. Then once I saw that we had extra time, I was able to relax a little bit more.
And that's what you were doing, Robert. You were just trying to give the rest of the people a chance to just catch their breath and settle.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, it's very, very kind. Very nice of you.
And I have to say, when we saw you do that, like watching that tonight with my family, all of my kids, all of them at the same time, what is he doing? So it was like one of the most entertaining spots of the night. So thank you.
Really good TV. Storm's face at that moment when you did that, like, she wasn't like mad at you. She was just like broken a little bit inside. It was like her face, you know.
Yeah, a small part of her died in that moment.
My team was great, by the way. This is the shirt I'm wearing all day tomorrow. My team was great, man. I mean, Julian said to me, flush it, dude, because when they did explain the rule to me and it clicked, and I was like, of course, I just kept apologizing again and again. And they were like, hey, dude, that's enough. Know that it was an accident. And Julian said to me a phrase I had never heard, but got immediately. He was like, flush it, bro. Flush it. Let's go. You got us moving, but now you got to get out of the fog of feeling so bad. Mario was so huge during the game. He kept kind of patting my shoulder and squeezing my arm like, you got this, and we're good. We came back afterwards. Everybody on that team was so great. Yeah, Storm was not mad. She was just like, holy shit, I don't understand what I'm watching. I don't understand why this guy just grabbed it.
I can't compute. Yeah.
Let's wrap this show up.
Yeah, so guys, I mean, ultimately, what an amazing episode. You know, they keep coming. It seems like they just keep getting better as the stakes get higher, and it's a lot of fun to watch you all as you compete on the show. Thank you for coming on. We're doing this every week after 99 to Beat. This is what we consider the official recap and reaction show, 99 to Beat after the games. We're going to do a little quick throw to our sponsor, and then we're going to kind of wrap things up and go from there. So hang tight real quick as we do that, and we're going to be wrapping things up here in just a moment with a quick
unofficial show, but the best show.
That's right. This is, again, 99 to Beat after the games. We're going to wrap things up here in just a moment.
You have a story you need to tell, a product, a dream that you want to sell. Music to film, commercials, TV, creative consulting, documentaries. Dare to be seen, called Getting Creative today.
Hey, I just want to say, Chris, thank you so much for producing this. This is a first-class show, first-class production, first-class operation, King Creative out of Wilmington, Delaware. Check them out on all the social platforms and at their website. If you need a jingle, Chris is great at writing original music, both lyrics and melody, laying it down with professional singers. That singer there, he'd be happy to tell you.
Yeah, Jackie McGee, actually, the voice on that, sang with Toto, toured the world. If you're an R&B fan, she actually was the female voice on one of the biggest R&B tracks of all time, Make It Last Forever with Keith Sweat. So if you recognize her voice, that's why, because she's the real deal. She's on songs with Salt and Pepper, all kinds of stuff. So pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
We really appreciate the work that you're doing, Chris. So thank you so much.
Definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys. This is a lot of fun. And, so interesting to be a part of this journey as we watch these episodes as they unfold and we work our way to find out who is going to be the person that walks away with $1 million. Next week's going to be episode 5, which is wild. So we're almost halfway there.
Hodgepodge. We go back to a hodgepodge of guests next week. It's going to be super fun. Tune in a half hour after the show airs. I want to thank all 12 of the Snyder family for being so awesome for the 3-week experience, for the 6th year for joining us. I want to thank the entire city of Detroit for not burning anything down for the last hour. I'm sure the second we go off air, they will light fire to something and Ronald will get called. Thank you to Ronald M.F. Mitchell. Figure out what MF stands for on your own time. This is the first episode we got through without dropping the the F-bomb.
Oh, Robert, you're so close.
So close.
So
You gotta show your audience,
Don't
right?
beat that out.
You
we're live.
almost did it. You almost did it.
F. All right.
But again, thanks a lot. So if you guys can, we'll chat a little bit right after this. But thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in to 99 to Beat after the games. This was the episode 4 recap and reaction show. Stay awesome. Stay tuned. And we will see you next week as we recap and react to episode 5. Man, this is a lot of fun. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. 99 to Beat after the games is on all platforms, wherever you listen and watch your podcast.